New year, new changes to the real estate market. And boy, have there been some big ones. Is it going to affect you buying, selling, or owning this year? Let's find out. Hi everyone, I'm Adam Popine, a realtor here in Kamloops, BC. Welcome back to our channel where we talk all things real estate, buying, selling, and what it's like to live in this beautiful city. Today we're going to review all of the big changes that have hit the Canadian real estate market since the start of the new year. So it's been a really long time since we've seen this many changes happen all at once, and most of it is in an effort to try to bring down the price of housing. But the big question, of course, is it all going to work? Some of this is really going to affect first-time home buyers, foreign buyers, and even those people that are looking to sell investments this year. So let's dive in. First up, and in my opinion, the most helpful of the bunch, is a new first home savings account. This allows certain home buyers to save up to $40,000 towards the purchase of a new house. So in essence, the new account combines the benefits of an RRSP and a TFSA, meaning contributions are tax deductible and withdrawals to buy a house are tax-free. There are, however, some big perks compared to the previous home buyers plan. First of all, the funds that you use to buy a home do not need to be paid back. Under the previous home buyers plan, you could withdraw up to $35,000 to buy a house, but that amount of money had to be paid back within 15 years. The second change is that the account doesn't just affect first-time home buyers. If you haven't owned a home for 4 years, you can re-qualify for the first home savings account, and that's pretty cool. The yearly maximum contribution is $8,000 into the savings account, and any unused contribution room can be rolled forward into the next year. Any funds that are not used for the purchase can also be transferred into an RRSP. Another initiative that was recently introduced is the multi-generational home renovation tax credit. Now say that one 10 times fast. This tax credit applies to some of the construction costs for those who are looking to add a secondary suite to their home to support a senior or a disabled family member who wants to live with them. The credit covers up to 15% of the cost to a maximum of $50,000 in home renovations for things like labor, building materials, equipment rentals, and permits. All right, so now let's talk about some of the more controversial changes. One of the biggest ones for homeowners and investors in Canada is the tax changes surrounding home flipping. So up until now, if you bought a property and you sold it in less than 12 months of owning it, you would have to pay capital gains tax. This meant that you were taxed 50% on the profit that the property gains from the time that you own it to the time that you sell it. With this new change, the government now assumes that anybody that sells a property in less than 12 months is considered to be flipping the property. The profit from the sale is now going to be considered business income instead of capital gains. This means that any gain will be 100% taxable in the year that the property is sold, just like the seller had earned that money in any other kind of employment. The new tax does come with a handful of exceptions for selling a home, things like death, divorce, serious illness or disability, job loss, or relocation, all of which we hope do not happen to you. The next change that's been introduced is one that we've already talked about in detail on this channel, and that's the new cooling off period for home buyers in BC. If you want to go and check out that video and see how that can affect you buying or selling this year, I put the link right here. Last but not least, another big change that's been featured in the news a lot lately is the new foreign buyers ban. And basically this prevents the purchase of real estate by non-Canadians for the next 2 years. Now this may seem like a really powerful tool in the government's arsenal to bring down vacancy across the country and home prices, but honestly, we just don't know how effective it's going to be. One might think that by reading, "Canada bans foreign buyers for 2 whole years," that this would apply to all real estate transactions. The reality is that there are so many exemptions to this new legislation that it just might not be very helpful. An exemption to the ban understandably includes international students, temporary residents, and refugees looking to buy housing. Less understandable exemptions include vacation homes, properties with 4 or more units, so fourplexes up to large apartment complexes, and finally, properties outside of municipalities with 100,000 people or less. So large parts of the BC interior, for example, could be exempt from the ban. Only time will tell if these new measures will help push the needle towards more affordable housing for Canadians. But until then, we'll be sure to keep you posted on any new developments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the subscribe button below to get more real estate tips. And if you're looking to buy or sell property in Kamloops and the surrounding areas, you can book a call or a meeting with me by clicking on the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching.